the development history and policy directions of the Korean water supply system. This lecture will allow you to understand major events in the development of the water supply in Korea. The topics covered, in order, will be the introduction of modern water supply facilities in Korea, development in the Korean water supply system, important incidents and accidents related to the water supply system, and working for development, policy directions for the water supply system. The introduction of modern water supply facilities in Korea. The introduction of modern water supply facilities in Korea. Dukdo Water Purification Plant completed in August 1908. September 1, 1908, a water treatment plant is constructed on Chuksum Island. This is the beginning of modern water supply in Korea. Developments in the Korean water supply system. Beginning with the opening of the Dukdo Water Treatment Plant in 1908. The water supply ratio grew continuously from 17.1% in 1961 and reached 97.3% in 2019. In 1971, Korea was extremely poor, with a per capita national income of only $292. Despite this, the period of reconstruction after the Korean War was a time when a great amount of effort was put into the water supply system. The important point to note here is that the development of the water supply system actually happened much faster than the development of the national economy. Water consumption per capita per day rose from 96 liters in 1972 to 295 liters in 2019. Water supply per capita per day rose consistently, starting from around 102 liters in 1961 to a maximum of 409 liters in 1997. However, due to improvements to the revenue water supply ratio, it fell to 332 liters in 2012. Since then, it has been increasing again, and as of 2019, water supply per capita per day was 347 liters. Water treatment plant capacity increased to its maximum in 2009, with 31,416 liter to cubic meter per day. After this, the amount of water supplied fell due to improvements to the revenue water supply ratio. And with maintenance to existing old piping, as of 2019 total water treatment plant capacity was 27 million tons per day. Advanced treatment facilities began with the installation of ozonation facilities at Hwameng Water Treatment Plant in Busan in 1989, and advanced treatment facilities have been gradually provided to Korea. Since 2014, they have increased rapidly. As of 2019, the advanced treatment percentage was 44.4%, and advanced treatment capacity was 12,182 cubic meter per day. If we take a look at water treatment methods, water treatment plants using rapid filtration account for 51.8% of the total, while those with advanced treatment account for 44.4%. Another 0.8% are facilities that have introduced membrane filtration. In 2019, the total capacity of reservoirs had increased to 11,714 tons, and the total number of reservoirs had increased to 2,369. The length of underground water pipes increased for similar reasons. In 1983, total pipe length was 68,000 kilometers, but by 2019, it increased 3.6 times to 222,000 kilometers. Currently, aging pipes, which was laid long ago, is undergoing maintenance. In 2019, piping which was at least 20 years old accounted for 34% of the total, and even now continuous work is being carried out to replace or refurbish pipes with problems. Important incidents and accidents related to the water supply system. As these facilities expanded and increased, many incidents and accidents occurred. Due to time constraints, I'll tell you about only a few major events. Beginning with the Dukdo Water Treatment Plant. In 1908, and during the Japanese colonial period, Until 1945, water supply increased gradually in cities like Busan and Incheon. Water supply facilities were almost destroyed due to the outbreak of the Korean War in 1950. As the Korean War ended in 1953, the reconstruction of the water supply facilities began. In the meantime, many water quality accidents have occurred. In 1989, a news report was released saying that tap water contained heavy metals. This spurred a wide-reaching re-examination of not only revised water standards, but also the water treatment process. In 1991, there was an accident in which phenol was leaked into the Nakdong River. After this accident, in the 1990s, many projects were actively carried out to protect and improve water quality in tap water sources, like river water and dam water. In 1997, a scientific report was released saying that viruses had been detected in tap water. This led to standards for virus levels being connected to the water treatment standards of Korea. In 2019, there was an incident in some areas of large cities A and B, in which turbid water was released over a long period. This accident led to strengthened standards for cleaning and examining pipes. There have been not only water quality accidents, but also a number of large and small incidents related to interruptions in supply.
And his body beats the grave. Who am I without him? Where am I? Goodbye his side. Will the seasons turn above me with his body next to mine? See the circle down, turn the seasons around me.
During a 2009 drought, interruption in supply occurred in the Taebaek Mountain region of Gangwon Province. Several years later, after improvements to accounted for water, as percent of the total were carried out, water was supplied without interruption during a similar drought. Working for development, policy directions for the water supply system. Accidents like these motivated a lot of work on developing the water supply system. This work can be divided into 4 steps. The first step is to improve the water supply rate. The second step is to increase the revenue water flow rate. The third step is advance water quality management to supply good-tasting water. The fourth step is comprehensive management for emergencies. Early in the development history of the Korean water supply system, the government had almost no funds, and early work on developing the water supply system was carried out with foreign support and loans. This chart shows some examples of loans made at the time. In addition, the Water Supply and Waterworks Installation Act was enacted, providing systematic legal processes. Korea's Water Supply and Waterworks Installation Act was first enacted in 1961. Since its enactment, it has been improved continuously up until today, according to the needs of the time and water supply accidents. The Water Supply and Waterworks Installation Act has been revised 37 times since 1992 alone, meaning it was revised 1.3 times per year. In 1963, the first water quality standards were produced. Initially, there were 28 water quality standard categories, but as water quality accidents occurred, as shown in the table, water quality standard categories were continuously added. Viruses and Giardia were not added to the water quality categories, and instead responded to with a 1997 revision of the water treatment standards. As one example of a recent major policy direction, work on improving the accounted for water rate is being broadly pursued. The Seoul Metropolitan Government had already established the Leakage Prevention 5-year plan in 1962 and had experience reducing the leakage rate by 16% from 57% in 1960 went to 41% in 1966. This can be said to be the beginning of a systematic project to prevent water leakage in Korea. In addition, in the 1990s, Busan Daejeon and Daeg introduced the block distribution system, a pipe network organization method that can easily identify leaking points to rebuild pipe networks and improve the accounted for water as percent. Based on these achievements, in 2001, the Ministry of Environment designated it as a vital project to be carried out. After this, they were introduced nationwide. The current plan is to set a total project cost of 3,962 billion won for 12 years until 2028, of which the state subsidizes 1,788 billion won, with the remaining money being covered by local governments. Accounted for water as percent improved from 54.3% in 1972 to 85% in 2019. However, it is understood that there are wide gaps between the accounted for water rates of larger and smaller cities. The government is supporting modernization work on the water supply with a focus on cities with low accounted for water rates. As you can see on the chart, cities of over 500,000 have a rate of accounted for water of 89.4%. and very low leakage rates, which very small cities of under 30,000 still have an average accounted for water rate of only 61%. The government is promoting modernization of the water supply with a focus on these cities. This is a policy particular to Korea. A legal duty is being enforced that requires all local governments to carry out technical inspections of water supply facilities, inspection of water treatment plants, and water supply piping is being carried out once every 5 years. In 2020, a project was begun to incorporate ICT technology into all stages of the water supply process in order to allow for scientific management of water consumption and water quality, targeted at 161 local governments for the purposes of research into current operation of smart distribution, network infrastructure, calibration, and analysis of a distribution network model, and establishment of a basic plan for smart distribution network management. The project will be carried out for all local governments by 2022. Water supply facilities are extremely important for all citizens, and in general, each local government is responsible for it, but the national government contributes in some areas by directly leading projects. If tap water sources or water treatment plants provide service to 2 or more local governments, K-Water was founded for this purpose, to provide water supply service to Korean citizens. As you can see on the chart, the total capacity of K-Water water treatment facilities is approximately 26% of the total, or 7.2 million tons per day. They account for 28% of total production, which is supplied to citizens. Because of limited time, I'll conclude my introduction of the development history and policy directions for Korea's water supply system here. There are still many policies that need to be reviewed so that we can provide better water service to Korean citizens. Thank you for your attention.